Good morning. March 9th. Boy, spring is on its way. I don't know where you guys are at, but here we went from, I think it was 30 yesterday to it's going to be 50. So that's kind of exciting. 6:30, we do have some other people coming on. So thank you for joining. It's been already at the tail end of Q1, 2020. Lots of good stuff happening. If you don't have a pen or a pencil or something, you might want to. Oh, technical difficulty. Chrissy's having trouble. Okay. Somebody said they were having trouble. That.
There. You notice the sunshine all day long.
Okay. All right. Let me just see. Okay. We're waiting for one person who's trying to get in. Anyways, if you don't have a pen, please grab a pen and a piece of paper. Any paper will do. I don't even care if it's a cocktail napkin. Okay. So anytime you're having a link issue, just go out and come back in. Zoom has these new rules that I have to have the waiting room, unlike before, or I have to password protect it, and I don't want to password protect it. Then you're typing in numbers early in the morning, and who wants to deal with that? So welcome to the Morning Mindset Club. First, give yourself a little pat on the back for doing something for yourself. I call it a renewal practice. And little renewal practices, as small as they are, like taking time to really make your coffee the way you like it, I like to set the stage in the morning for myself, for my space, right? We've talked about it before. I come with my colored markers. I have my candle. I have my oils nearby. Now, it doesn't mean I use my oils all the time, and it also doesn't mean I use my pens all the time. But I hold space, right? Because we can't pour from an empty cup. And the idea is here that we come together, like-minded. We hold space. It's kind of cool that we're holding space for each other, and we don't know who each other is. But it's for people that are busy in their lives, whether you're an entrepreneur, busy professional, busy person, a person that's always giving out energy, that needs a sense of renewal. And we have a quick chat in the morning, and then we go off for 9 minutes and do our thing. And that 9 minutes can look like anything. It can look like the daily drive workbook. It can be the worksheets I send out the night before that are very specific to our club. Or today, we're going to try something kind of cool. Well, I hope you think it's cool. So any scrap of paper will do. Any pen will do. In my email, I talked about joy, right? And accessing joy. And the daily drive and the Morning Mindset Club. It's really about finding your own intuition, your own GPS. That's why we come together here. And if you do a renewal practice, I believe on a regular basis, you can uncover that dirt. You get down into where you are, where your soul, your spirit resides. And then that intuition speaks to you on a more frequent basis. And when you feel like it's covered up and you can't find it, there are ways to find it. So please excuse my hat this morning. I had a very busy day yesterday, and I woke up with such bedhead. I was like, I can't tame my hair. Just put a hat on it. Let's move forward. Joy. How do we find joy, right? There's so much going on that we could point to that's joyless. And It's always about picking a lane, right? And I believe all emotions are necessary, like all seasons are necessary, even though we don't want to go through the bad seasons or the slippery roads, but we can find joy. How do we find it? Well, in your renewal practices, but let's think about an activity or an event or a memory that brought you joy, that would bring you a smile to your face. Could be any number of them. It could be more recent with your family and friends. It could be, a memory in the past. And you can bring yourself there, right? In probably 3 seconds of a thought. If you stay there long enough, you can enjoy that joy like it's one of the best meals in a restaurant you've ever had. So we know how to get there. But what happens is other distractions come in and we don't stay there and really enjoy it and lop it up again. We start to find fault, or the imposter syndrome sinks in, or the telephone rings, or the text message goes off, and poof, joy is gone again. So it's a reflex muscle. In the same way, if we do our doom scrolling, or we remunerate, we talked about idling last week, we remunerate on past hurts or something that's aggravating us, and we stay stuck there because our brain is used to those neural pathways that are easy. So we just keep doing the same thing. And and I do it too. So I'm not fault finding anywhere. But this is about changing those neural pathways. So your default, whatever your default might be, and I'm hoping it's always going to joy and euphoria. My guess is, like me, it probably goes, oh no, what's going to happen? How do I make it work? I got to fix it, blah, 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 blah. And that's not where intuition resides. And that's really not where our joy basis resides. So today, I want to talk about joy and our renewal practices. And we are gonna use our little simple paper, and I don't care what marker or pen or pencil you have. And we're gonna write the word, whatever your choice is. And you don't have to copy me. So this is not any kind of crazy ass race. This is just a simple idea. And however you do it, I'm going to give you 2 examples. However you do it, there's a bubble letter. I encourage doodling in the daily drive, or there's just the simple word joy, right? So I want you to, when I shut myself off, I want you to bubble letter the word love or joy, or just write it out. And when we go off, I want you to think about something you've been working on, because we say when you come to the Morning Mindset Club, you come maybe with something you're working on, an idea, something you want to solve, or you come to the Morning Mindset Club just to be. All good. But today, when we shut ourselves off, I want us to try this brain toggling exercise. So you've got your word written out, and you're gonna bring to mind an occasion where you've really felt love or joy. And it can be as simple as I made a beautiful dinner, or I received a nice card, or I went on vacation, or my child or family member or lover or friend said something real. Any number of things. Just pull it down. And while you're thinking about the story, renumerating the story, you're going to kind of, I don't know if you're going to color it in, or you're going to do squirrely marks, or you're going to hang things off of it, or you're going to make smiley faces, because the resistance here is, I don't know how to draw, Denise. I'm not creative, blah, blah, blah. This is not true. Everybody's creative in the way you spice your food, the clothing you choose, how you paint your house, how you decorate it, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to take that myth of I'm not creative and just move it right up. And in those 9 minutes, while you're thinking about this experience, I want you to also, however you pray or meditate, I want you to bring in one thought you've been working on. For me, I'm working on shifting some of my nutrition so that maybe I can make my menopausal weight a little less daunting to deal with. So it's not a beat up session. Just going to bring it in. And I want you to also put some joy around that. And I want you to really visualize the best outcome. having a really tough conversation today with a client. I put some joy around that. Put some visualization around that. See it working out, even if it feels fake to you. So the idea here is when we were younger, and I'm dating myself, doodling was for dummies. Doodling has so many cognitive, therapeutic benefits, too long to list in our morning meeting. And when people get out of here and onto paper, it really makes the world a different place. You might not feel it today, but my guess is what's going to happen is between now and the next time we meet, something really cool is going to pop throughout the week. It's going to give you your answer and it's going to validate these renewal practices like coming on the Morning Mindset Club, taking a little time to set space for yourself, whether it's a Tuesday or any other day. And I have a few more renewal practices that are really easy that I'm going to share after this. But for right now, we're going to go dark for about 9 minutes. Just doodle, love or joy, put some visualization around a really great experience. Feel it warm in your heart and whatever you're working on. And then when the 9 minutes is up, let go of the attachment. We're going to move on to the next thing. That's part of the equation, too. Okay, so I'm going to see you back in 9 minutes. So you can imagine if you had a really rough day and you maybe really encourage yourself at the end of the day to doodle that. It would feel really wonky and awkward. But if you got into it, you could see how it could start to tease apart, right? And you can also invite in the idea that maybe it might make you feel better. So, by virtue of doing that, you've invited those energies. This is all about energy to shift in. So, what are some other renewal practices that you might want to do? Well, I always say you can't pour from an empty cup. So, take a little pause, do this kind of stuff. For me, before I go to bed, it's the simplest thing. I put my jammies in the dryer for 3 minutes. So when I get into them, they're warm. It really, because I've been having some trouble sleeping, it just sets the tone, right? It's all about shifting that energy and setting the tone. I'm not a big water drinker. So I found this little $2 bottle, glass bottle at IKEA. Not that I'm pushing IKEA, but anyways, you can use any glass water bottle. And I keep water in it and I drink it throughout the day. Sort of at the end of the day, I know that once I've gone through that water, I've kind of at least met somewhat of a basic requirement. And I feel good about doing something good for myself, right? So it's how you feel your mind, your body, your spirit that creates the lifestyle we're living. Um, Sometimes people, and I love automotive metaphors, so please hang in there with me. We are rushing so hardcore that we're running down the highway to get to work, to get to that appointment, whatever it is. And all of a sudden we get a flat tire, rump a bump a bump, or white steam's coming out of the front of the car. Gotta pull over, and it's an immediate halt, right? It's screwing up our day. Now we're frustrated. And you finally get somebody from AAA or someone to pull you into the garage. And it's as simple as, well, if you had checked that earlier, done some regular maintenance, probably wouldn't have happened. So we don't want to wait until we're in the breakdown lane getting towed in for renewal practices when you can do simple things in 9 minutes a day, or 3 minutes in the dryer, or water on the counter, or you're trying not to show you all my daily drive writing in my book, right? So that was mine. Um, and again, don't judge it. Mine isn't good enough. Mine isn't colorful enough, blah, blah, blah. Wherever you are, it's totally fine. That's one of the things about the daily drive. We do not should. But now, when I'm having a rough day or even not, I can bring more joy into my life. More joy loosens that stuff so that chance opportunities become real possibilities. And then when I said to you at the beginning of this session, write down whatever it is you're working on or bring it to mind, or if you have an answer. Once you kind of free up some of your energy, other stuff comes in and answers come in. Yesterday, I'll share you a quick one. Very close person to me was really struggling with something, and it was out of my control, out of it. And you feel so bad, like a pit in your stomach when you're trying to help a loved one and you can't. So I kind of did this little thing and I let it go. And I've like invited in all the best possibilities for that person, that they would work out with some stuff they were going on with other people and what was going on in their life that was affecting their career. And I said, just bring the right people in for them and the right circumstances and allow this stuff to tease out. And that's very powerful. When you do that for other people, oof, that's coming back for you. Trust me, that good energy. It's the same way as sending out a thank you note, and good energy comes back when the recipient reads it. Anyway, so I put that intention out there, and then I took a personal day, something I never do. So I let it go. I had to because I was having some fun. And at the end of the day, this person received notice from these other folks. And you know what? It was all okay. I don't want to get into the details, but the cool thing was the other person said, "Hmm, maybe I shouldn't overthink it or overjudge it. Maybe I should just allow it." And then all the stuff came, thought, I was like, okay, I got to share all of this on the Morning Mindset Club because it's so powerful. And it's just seconds away from every one of us. So joy, joy. Draw it in, bring it in, let go of the attachment, bring in your intentions, let go of the attachment and do it for other people too. I wish the best for you. I'm bringing it in, that visualization, like we're holding space now. I'm bringing in, and I hope you're doing this for other people on the call. All the best that you're working on today, I'm bringing it for you. Okay, so we can't pull from an empty cup. I'm big time into upcycling, as you know. Here's my upcycled teacup for today. I'm going to pull 3 cards out of the new affirmation deck moving forward. They're based on all the affirmations you already have, because I know most of you have used the Daily Drive book on page 20. The I am, I choose, I will. And if you need a copy of that book or you need a copy of that page, just email me. All right. So a random pull. It's kind of fun. First one. I am loving, I am loving, I am loved, and blank inside and out. So you fill those in, right? I am loving, loved, and blank inside and out. Joyful, fabulous, satisfied, content. Okay, here's the next one. I know we're running just a couple minutes over today. I am a channel for good, creative energy and wildly successful at blank. And yes, you're allowed to say you're wildly successful. Absolutely. Here's my last one for today. Ooh. I am my thoughts. I choose them wisely. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm putting our sessions up on SoundCloud. And some of you have asked me to text you the card pulls. So I'm going to make that available. If you want me to text you the images of the card pull today, just ping me. My cell is, well, everybody on this call knows my cell. And I will send them out to you. In the meantime, I have this little interesting doohickey. It's actually a placeholder table setting, right? It's a little tree. And I take the one that resonates most to me and I put it out there for the day. So these are simple renewal practices to keep the wheels on my bus moving. And I know everybody that's part of the Morning Mindset Club is busy giving energy out and doing great things. And these little practices are what support you. And you probably have some that you want to share, and we will do that. So we're right in the middle of our 6-week session. We had a free session before this started. I think I'm going to add one on at the end if people want to do an extra one. So we can talk about that later. I salute the divinity in you. Have a fabulous day. Thanks for joining in. All feedback and suggestions are welcome. You know how to get a hold of me. I'll see you soon. Thank you.